Oh, oh, that was nearly us completely looping the bike there. It's time I finally learned how to wheelie the Surron. I've owned this bike now for 10 months and I'm no further along than what I was 10 months ago. I've watched every tutorial online, I've watched every video. So in today's video, I've set myself a half an hour limit, and in that half an hour, I want to be able to pull a respectable wheelie. What I mean by respectable wheelie is something that's not a power wheelie, something that's as close to the balance point as I can get, and I want to travel at least 30 to 40 foot. So with all that said, welcome back to the channel, and let's learn how to wheelie. So a little bit of background between me and my bike. So when I purchased this bike, as you probably well know if you've watched my videos, this bike came with a Kawasaki pedal kit. And what I found with that pedal kit, it gave the throttle a massive amount of lag. So every time you pop the front wheel up, I can get it up, everything's fine. But as soon as you release that throttle ever so slightly, there's a lag between the throttle kicking back in again, which makes it really, really hard to wheelie. I've had a go on other people's Surrons and find the throttle a lot more responsive. I've had other people have a go on mine and basically echoing the same thing. There's definitely something there that prevents you from keeping that wheel up. So what I've done was took all the pedal kit apart. So when I took it all apart and took the pedal kit off, I found that there's a very small controller. What that controller does, it will tell the motor when to kick in, when to be pedal assist, when to be throttle assist. And I think that's the issue that's causing the throttle lag. And then it's just learning how to wheelie, just the same as everyone else does that has one of these. I need to be able to find the balance point, I need to be able to feather the brake and just keep that wheel up. So I've got a couple of places in mind. There's a bridge that you would have seen in a couple of my other videos, like the brake test video. I'm going to go there first. It's nice condition, so we haven't got to worry too much. We've got the brand new Hopetech brakes on here as well, so hopefully that's going to save me if I go to loop the bike. But we're going to hit the bridge first, see how confident we can get, and then we're going to move on to a car park which is going to have a little bit more space, be a little bit bigger. Probably not the best for filming down here. It is quite dark and we've got a nice sunny day outside, so we probably won't stay here too long. Just straight away, snapping that throttle, I can feel that there's no lag in there. So straight away we're onto a winner. Like I said, I've set myself a limit of about half an hour, so I can feel straight away it's a power wheelie. I've got to be a lot quicker on the throttle, get the wheel up, and then basically just trying to keep it up. There's a couple of wheelies there. What I'm going to do, I am going to move on. It's not particularly bright in here. The camera's going to pick it up much better outside. But it gave me a little taste of the throttle. It already feels 10 times better. Right, so I've moved to this big open car park. Reason being is, it's a beautiful sunny day. Back there we're in a really dark little tunnel. We're going to get much better camera quality out here, and I've got a lot more space. There's no one walking around, so I'm not going to upset anyone. But yeah, let's get the camera set up and yeah, see what we can do. So let's remember, I've been fighting a losing battle for about 10 months now with that pedal kit on there. So it's not like I'm just learning to wheelie for the first time. Don't get me wrong, the balance point and stuff like that is going to be my first time trying to find it. But I can already feel, because I've got the throttle response and the brakes, I've got all the elements there. I just need to find the balance point. Oh, that was nearly us completely looping the bike there. Oh. Just trying to be easy with the throttle, not going crazy with it, just trying to keep it nice and smooth, but definitely already feeling all right. And I'd probably say actually 40 foot, you could probably clear 40 foot in a power wheelie, so going to set myself a little bit of a challenge here, is from the sort of start line of the first bay up to the last bay. I don't know what that is in footage, probably maybe 80-90 foot. I know that's a big ask, but like I said, that was probably 40 foot there. So because these things are so fast and so talky, you can clear quite a lot. But like I said, I've watched all the videos, all the tutorial videos, and I just couldn't pick this up. But I can definitely feel the confidence grow. I've changed the pegs over as well, which is it's quite nice, because you know your feet are in the same place every time. When I had the pedals on, you always had 1 foot down, 1 foot up, and you had that movement in mid-air. At least this, you feel a little bit more grounded to the bike. And I guess what I'd like to be able to achieve is not just faster and faster, just keeping it to that balance point, so that we're not just smashing it along at 30-40 mile an hour in a wheelie. Just a bit more control on it. Okay, we're feeling it, we're getting better. It's a funny relationship you have at that balance point. You know it's there. You know it's there. And when people say about it and you discover it, it's almost not staying there. It's almost teetering past it, coming back, teetering past it, coming back. And it's, I guess it's just that throttle control and a brake control. But there's still a bit of panic in me when I do get near it and I touch that brake. As soon as you hit that brake, you're down. We were probably about a foot off. And we were starting the power wheelie at the end, but not a bad effort. I think we've been out now for probably about 7 or 8 minutes. And like I said, this is not a look what I can do video at all. I appreciate these wheelies to most people that ride Surrons are awful, but from being able to power wheelie and not really being able to keep the wheel up at all, to dance around the balance point and get some sort of distance. So we're about 12 minutes in and I've got probably about a foot off my goal. Technically we hit that. Technically that was the entire length, but I'm not too happy. I think that's a bit of a power wheelie at the end. I'd just like to get it more controlled. This looks good. No, we're about a foot away. Look, this wasn't a video to show how amazing I am or anything like that, but more for me just owning this bike for so long. You know what it's like when you see these videos of guys wheeling down the road and stuff. It looks incredible, and the first thing you do when you get one of these is you try and wheelie it. I have been fighting a losing battle for the last 10 months. Having that pedal kit on there has done me no favours whatsoever. And I definitely feel now, it's like a completely new bike. Now I've got that throttle response on there as well. I'm finding that balance point. I definitely feel a lot more confident. And I don't know, tell me in the comments, do you think that was a decent size wheelie? I am finding the balance point, I am keeping it up. So in my eyes, it's a respectable wheelie. I'm not saying it's the best in the world, but I'd like to find somewhere a little bit longer. Obviously I am getting to a certain point where I need to put the wheel down to put the brakes on, so it'll be good to find somewhere a little bit longer. There we go. Completed my challenge. I do start speeding up at the end. I don't know if that's just because I can't control the wheelie properly, or I'm rushing to get to that last point, but then I do have to hit the brakes before I run out of room and go out the car park. Yeah, yes. We're literally about 14 minutes in. Yes, I'll take that. There was a little bit more control there with feathering the throttle and then keeping the acceleration going. So there we are then, guys. I think we're going to finish the video there. Like I said, this is not a video showing how good I am or this is how to wheelie. This is just more for me a progressional video. Like I said, I've been fighting a battle for the last 10 months. Having that pedal kit on has done me absolutely no favours whatsoever. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think that's a respectable wheelie? It was 14 car parking spaces, so I'll put it up on the screen just so you can see how far that is. But definitely a good set of brakes, and not having the pedal kit with that controller that was interfering has been a huge benefit to me. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching as always. If you've enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button. And if you haven't done already, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.